Hello everyone, welcome to a new video of the indicator store of the series Do It Yourself. And today let me explain a few tips that you can use with the Fib tool. My preferred Fib tools, you can find the Fib tool here on the drawing menu. And for the retracement, my preferred levels are the 50%, and the 786. And let me show you why. But first of all, to draw Fib retracement, we need pivots. The high gets high, the low gets low, and then we update those pivots as they are showing. But you can see that most of the time the main pivots are, sometimes they are close and sometimes they are far one from each other. On this case, there are several days. But anyway, if we look at a different time frame, maybe this is a pivot or this is a pivot. Okay, so one of the very useful tools to define pivots is using a different time frame. And one of the most useful time frames that you can zoom more, I would say bar types more than a time frame, is the UniRenko. You can find the UniRenko, it is free, and you can find it on my site. I will leave the link below. By the way, if you find this interesting, please click on the subscribe and also on the ring so you get an alert each time I upload a new video. Please give a like, that helps a lot to the channel. So if you go to the UniRenko, the UniRenko has 3 settings, okay? And the 3 settings, the most important is the reversal. This is how many ticks the price must go in the opposite direction to the current trend to create a new bar with a different color. So this is the most important because this is where we define a reversal. On Nasdaq, that is an instrument so volatile, we need a big number, let's say 30 ticks, okay? That means if the market is going up, so we have green bars, then we need at least 30 ticks to the downside to paint a red bar. But to continue the trend, is if we are going up, to have a new bar with the same color, we need this number of ticks. Try to make this number big, okay, because on a volatile instrument, we don't want a new bar each 2 ticks. Okay, so usually a good number is to divide this by 3 and place the same number here and here. So 30 ticks to invert the trend, 10 ticks to continue with the same bar color. And this is the where we locate the fake open, but this is more visible if we do an example like here. Let's decrease the size of the bars, pressing Alt up or down, you can control the size. So just to give you an example, here for example we have red bars, a continuation, and then a reversal. On that continuation, that distance between this and this is 10 ticks, because this is the trend parameter. Here, between here and this distance, we have 30 ticks, because this is the distance to reverse. And then the offset is, you can see that the open should be near the close, but you can see they are different. Okay, this is just to make it nice. Okay, so the candle starts at the middle of the body of the other bar. By the way, if you change that parameter, the offset, nothing changes. Okay, let's take a look. If we change to 1 and we look at the same place where I was drawing here, the bars are not the same, but they are showing exactly the same places. Okay, so this distance is the same, this distance is the same. The only difference is where is the open is located. Now, instead of 10 ticks, it is 1 tick. That means changing the offset is not going to change any strategy performance because the open is not used. But that means any indicators are not going to change the result. Moving average, almost any indicator is using the close, and the close is the same. Okay? This bar has fake opens, no fake closes. So the closes are valid. The only problem that you may have is if you backtest something using this strategy. In that case, NinjaTrader uses the open for the fields. So it is going to think that the field, if we enter long at the close of this bar, the field will be located here. That means that if we are using a better looking bar type like this, okay, I need to search for that location again here. Now the bar is visually better. The closes are on the same location, so the signal from any indicator is going to be the same, but the calculated field is going to be here, which is fake, because we know that if we enter long at the close of this bar, the field is going to be near the close here. So something that you can do is minimize the offset, okay? Anyway, the idea is with this bar, we can simplify the aspect of a chart because we can locate pivots easily. Because when the market is not moving, it can be hours without a market move. We don't have bars. We only paint bars when the market is moving. That way we can locate easily the pivots. Okay, and an easy way to do that is using the swing indicator. And then we can draw our Fibs using that those levels. So swing, we set a number of maybe 100 bars. So now that we have significant pivots, then we can draw our preferred Fibs. From, let's say we are going up, okay? We are going up, and then we make a pivot. And finally, the market starts going down, and we get a bounce over the 50 here, okay? Or maybe from this pivot, we need to know when to invert the location. No? Here we are going down, and then we return to the 50. The 50 usually always get a bounce, at least the first time. So an easy way to detect that, the idea is try to use UniRenko with a big reversal number, so we detect main pivots, then use the swing indicator, and finally draw your fibs over those pivots while we are moving, because now we are here, correct? So when we were at this moment, we draw the fib from the bottom to the upside because the market is going up. We are making a new high. Okay, so now we get a fib touch. So we enter long here, and I suggest avoid this 50 because the 50 is already traded. We need a new high or a new low to draw another fib and use that fib again. There are other fibs that when the market is impulsing, you can use the other levels, but the 50 most of the time is going to work. By the way, we have a custom indicator that you can find also on the store. You will find the link at the description of this video. That indicator is the TIS Swing Pro, which is similar to the swing indicator included with NinjaTrader, but it also draws fibs. Let's use the same number, 100, the strength of the fib. And now we can see this is the 50, this is the 786 from the bottom, and this is the 786 from the upside. So you can see when the market is impulsing, this level is very useful to enter on a pullback. But the 50 most of the time is also a good level. Look at these bounces. Again, I will take only the first short, okay, and then the first long, and so on. First short, first long, and so on. Anyway, if you are interested in this kind of setups, you can subscribe to my training where we learn how to automate those signals and also optimize the parameters. You can also find me on the chat room that we have on Discord. The access is free and the instructions to login are on the description of this video. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.